On 18th March 2021, a public notice was issued by NFA notifying all the encroachers inside Mount K Central Forest Reserve in Midigo Town Council, Yumbe District, to voluntarily vacate the reserve before 12 April 2021 or else face eviction. The people who are believed to be the encroachers of the Mount K Central Forest Reserve in Midigo Town Council, Yumbe District are complaining about the manners in which the National Forestry Authority is evicting them from the forest, to which the Mayor, Gaspar Onzima, said that the issue of resettlement still remains a big question that needs to be addressed by NFA.
It is a very unfortunate situation that we are facing by the eviction of our people by NFA, the National Forest Authority. They came just abruptly, but our people should get out from the area where they have been staying. Some of our people have stayed for more than 20 years. They have families, they have farms in the area. But now, there are no clear demarcations, documentations that explain to our people that really NFA had acquired this area, the said area, at such a date, using the such procedure, involving such stakeholders. We don't have a documentation clearly, but only to hear that people should be evicted from there. People have lost so many things. People's animals, herd of cattle, by the eviction they get lost. Some people have lost their farm crops. It is an unfortunate thing. I could really urge the government to, first of all, come for consultation, consult with us as the local leaders, and we come up with the way forward. I don't object to the Forest Act because it is a lawful thing to evict people who encroach from the forest. But I think the best could be to relocate them. Why should the NFA evict people and from there abandon them? Where should they go?
The Vice Chairperson Yumbe District, Linus Kaia, said the district leadership has been able to engage NFA over the issue of eviction.
When the eviction situation came in, we also intervened as district. We went up to the site, we negotiated, we agreed with the NFA that instead of brutalizing people and so on, they must not brutalize people. People must be explained the importance of those central forest reserves, and they appreciate. I think since we intervened, we have not had any problem where the security personnel is beating people and so on. Even when you go to the other place, there's a primary school in Kerwa. There's a primary school there, Mijade. We had to agree with the NFA on mutual grounds that because the school is there and the community around was there, we had to give them some time. So that is all about the eviction. I think we want to encourage people that to be in a central forest reserve, we must avoid any encroaching in it. But of course, for those who have already been settled there, we requested the NFA that let them give people some time, so that some had already left their crops there, so that they have time and they move peacefully.
Recently, the Minister of Water and Environment issued a circular to all the districts in Uganda, permitting them to clear people from wetlands, forest reserves, shoreline, riverbanks and steep slopes, something Aisha Alibai, the Communication Manager at National Forestry Authority, confirms to West Nile TV.
We sent an eviction notice in March of this year, and thereafter we carried out stakeholder engagements. We engaged all the necessary parties as the law stipulates, and the eviction started thereon. But before the eviction started, there are actually those encroachers who left the place willingly, peacefully, without any disturbance on our part, because they realized they had settled in a central forest reserve after we engaged with them, and I would say majority left peacefully without us really having to engage so much. The Cabinet of the Republic of Uganda recently sat and also added a voice to that. They said whoever is settled in a central forest reserve, in a wetland, or any protected area should be evicted from it. Of course, that is when our minister, the State Minister for Environment, Honorable Beatrice Anywar, she came out and made a statement regarding the same after it was agreed in Cabinet that this should be done. Government is really against any abuse of the environment, because at the end of the day, it's not government that is going to suffer alone, but all of us are going to suffer. As we speak, there are floods in certain parts of the country because we are seeing a heavy downpour. And why is it happening? Because of climate change. And climate change is coming up because we are abusing the environment that we live in. So for us to coexist with our environment, we must maintain the areas that God created for purposes of conservation. We as National Forestry Authority have the mandate to manage these forests on behalf of Ugandans and on behalf of government.
According to the National Forestry Policy, it provides that the improvement of livelihoods should be a major goal in all the strategies and actions for the development of the forest sector so as to contribute to poverty eradication. For West Nile TV, I am Dennis Oringi reporting.